Righto guys, Todd from Ongoing Adventures. I have just received the new awning that's going to go on the Danny's car on his D-Max. So we've gone out, we've got a new present from OpenRoad Australia. This is the new 270 wing awning that we're going to test and trial out, stick it on Danny's car and do some mad trips. There will be an install video on this. I'm only going to open it up right now, but we're doing the install video tomorrow for us, and that video will be coming out real sick soon. So stay tuned, let's get ready. I'm gonna open this bad boy up and let's get cracking. So rightio, first glance in the box, what do I have? So, I wonder if I can tilt it to show you guys without it falling out. Should be able to. Look at that. So straight away, what I can see is the user manual. So like most things, everything comes with a user manual. Just having a quick glance, it looks like it comes with some mad sick brackets we can go look at. A basic install little manual on how to fit this thing to your rig or any car that you guys have or vehicle. So we're going to pull her out of the box, see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. So what I can see so far, three mounting brackets. That is actually a cool idea. What they've done, they put a little ridge, steel ridge in the middle here to stiffen it up and it won't flex around. Multiple ways of being able to mold it down. So we have multiple adjustable holes and your three basic mounting holes as well. So we've got three of those bad boy brackets. Then obviously the main awning from OpenRoad still in the box. So let's slip this bad girl out. I'll get cracking from there. Yeah, there is a bit of tape either side. I'm just going to really carefully use my knife here to cut a bit of tape away. Obviously I don't want to cut the awning as soon as I get it. Cool bananas. Rightio. See if I can open this big girl up. Wow, very sleek. Cool, so nice black canvas protector cover straight away, you can see. Nice big open go bag itself ready to go from OpenRoad. Looks like we've got some nice big heavy duty zippers. Actually, they're really nice big heavy duty zippers. Let's see if I can just pop her open without actually fitting it up yet. Right, now that is one very sexy looking awning so far. So in the bag itself I can see it looks like we've got an assortment of pegs and ropes. Pegs, ropes, and it looks like the mounting bolts are for us to go from the bracket to the awning, which is fine. Which we'll use tomorrow. Nice big orange rope so you can see them at night a bit easier. So I'll come back to these when we get the fitting. But straight away guys, it looks really good. Let's get cracking. Hopefully tomorrow, this big girl will be on Danny's D-Max, ready for our next adventures. Hopefully we'll have a new camp coming up real soon. And then some future camps we've got planned to go to Morton real soon as well in a couple of months. So stay tuned. Todd from Ongoing Adventures. I'll get cracking on this tomorrow morning. Righto guys, Todd from Ongoing Adventures again. We're back at it. We've got Danny and my little sister Brooklyn here to give us a quick hand. We've got the 270 wing awning ready to go at OpenRoad Australia. We're excited. We're keen to get this bad boy on. So what we normally would do, we would use the brackets they usually provide, but we've actually got some already pre-made folded brackets that were custom to Danny's rack. So we're going to use them instead for this one. But these guys do provide a pretty nifty handy bracket that can sort of go either way. But we are just going to use the existing brackets that we already have because the holes don't really line up into his rack itself. So it's just easier for you to use what's already on there. But they do provide a nifty cool bracket. Now they also do provide the little bolt lugs that go in behind the awning that slide along the rail. There is two different sizes they do provide, a 20mm and a 30mm. For our little exercise for today, we're only going to use the 20mm. We don't need the 30mm for this one. but we'll put that in the bag and better use it later on if need be, if we add any attachments behind the awning for future references. So that all we realistically now have left to do is basically mount the awning onto the car. I'm pretty excited. Danny gets his mad new sick awning to try out when we go on our little camping trips real soon. So we just got to slap a few of these on the back of the rail, and then what we're gonna pick it up, put it on the back of the awning, on back of the ute, sorry, and then bolt a couple down. And Brooklyn's gonna go through and slap the washers and the nuts, no-lock nuts that are provided as well. So let's get cracking onto that. We'll slap these bad boys on, and we'll get from there.
Before we go on though, I just want to point out that they actually have a supporting bracket in the middle. Last time we did these, the reason why we changed brackets was the bracket that came with it was just an L bracket. There was no supporting in there at all, which is why we made our own. But they actually come with one in this one, which I reckon is pretty good.
So on top of that, what Danny just said, yes, it is a mad little supporting bracket they put in behind. They've also added a bit of pinch weld along that bit of steel as well, just to stop any like finger tear, wear and tear, or anything going upside. So yeah, very smart idea that these guys have done. So let's get cracking, let's slap these bolts on, and we'll get this awning onto the ute. And Jesus Christ, it's windy today. So like I said, guys, these are just the little 20mm long bolts that slide in behind the little lugs here. So if Danny gets a bit close, we can actually see they've got 3 of them provided. We actually only do the 2 end ones because of our bracket that we have in the car. So we're just going to slap 4 on each side, and then when we walk it over, Brooklyn's going to guide them to the right bracketing position. Now, we do have some spares left over. We can use these later on. We can actually put these in at a later date if we find any custom brackets that we wish to mount in behind the awning. I don't know, maybe an example like light holders or a shovel holder, anything that we might think of later on, or even a little picket post we might come up with. So we do have spares. We'll get cracking on with that. So now me and Danny are going to pick this bad boy up and slap her on the back of the ute.
So this time, if you're wanting to move it...
Camera.
Oh yeah, we need
It's going to watch nothing.
That's alright, that's good content. Should have.
Would have.
So one thing I want to point out, when we're doing the pushing backwards and forwards, can you tell me which way we're pushing?
Yeah.
That way I don't...
Can you lift it off and then move your line?
You might have to move the bolts, like slide the bolts along.
And then go.
Sweet.
Okay.
That worked.
Awning's up, easy as. Now we've just got to adjust it back to front to how far back we want to go. It's actually almost...
That's pretty good.
We pretty fluked that pretty well, so that's pretty right.
What do you mean? It was planned.
Yeah, pre-planned it because we're professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
So when putting an awning on, what we usually do is try and have the back corner to the arse of the car, because this will swing right around and we'll hook it over there somewhere.
We might have to open it because I'm not too sure if this comes out anymore or if it's pretty flat.
It will probably swing just like that much out as the bracket comes across.
Yeah.
So what we could do, if you want, you can actually come in a bit more so it covers the arse of your car a bit more.
Yeah.
So I reckon maybe.
Shit, that even slides better than the other one.
Yeah, this one's working out really well. Yep, I reckon. What do you reckon? There, it's your car. You go check it.
Yeah. I reckon that should be fine.
Yeah, so all we've done, we just punted the awning forward a little bit, just so it's just inside his tub. So when we swing it around, it's got a bit of cover inside his tub too, because he does have an open tub area. Right, all we have to do now is just basically go through, put the washers on the back and the nuts on the back, tighten them right up, and then take the 2 temporary nylon nuts off, put washers behind them, and tighten those nuts up as well. And then we're pretty much secure. After that's done, we can basically drive around, open her up, and test and see how she looks. Let's get cracking onto that.
Sweet.
I have 2 bolts in my company already.
Yep.
You want to put a washer on it and then put a nut, and you can take the other one off. Flip it around.
And then you can go through and... Yep. Cool. Yep, and just go through to the other side now and put all the washers and nuts in that one as well. Righto guys, so now the awning's on, all bolted up, we're happy as. We've got 8 nuts and bolts all around it. You can put 6 on each side, but we currently don't need to with this one, just because we have got it holstered and bolted and using the existing brackets that we already have on here that we had made up. So now, man, it's getting really windy, but now the trick is just to go through, hope the wind dies soon, open her up and check her out and see how she went after all. Let's get cracking from there.
Yeah, personally, I don't think we should open it up when it's this windy.
Righto guys, we're just quickly around out here because it's a little bit less windy for us to try and pull out this new awning and check her out when she fully opens up. So let's get at it, let's get skizzing. I'm pretty excited. So with this awning, it does look like it has a standard 3 straps to undo. So it's got a few poles on the end, and we're just going to slide her out now and swing her around. Now it does have a guide rope at the back to help tension and pull it up. So it's now freestanding, ready to go. We just got this rope at the back here hooked onto Danny's rack, and it's got a little tie down hook on the end of it. Now by looking at it real quick, this actually does have some legs that you can have attached if you want it in the more windy situations, just like this. So we could actually, if we wanted to, put these legs out, stiffen her up, and we do have some ropes that they do provide with us as well. They go from your tie down hooks and down. That will help stiffen it up if it is a bit too windy at the same time. By the looks of it, we do have legs on each pole, which is fantastic. And if it is going to be like a bit of a rainy night as well, this will definitely help having this bit more tall and have the water run down as well with the drainage on the bad boy. So I'm pretty excited, it looks pretty good. We're going to get a bit of a close up in a second, but just from first spec views, what I can see so far, what an amazing little awning. We've got sort of the lining pretty good at the back here with Danny's ute. So when he has his tailgate down, he's undercover a little bit still as he does his little cook up or prep where he needs to at the back of it. Now this awning does have some LED lights built into the poles, and I believe they are a multicolored changing light as well, which we'll test out, especially on our camps, and we'll trial it from there. Now this awning does also come with some sidewalls. There is a zipper built on the inside, so you can actually zip it up. We haven't got those just as yet, but man, they are looking pretty good, sexy so far. Again, this is a freestanding awning, so you don't actually have to have the legs down, but just to show you guys how it does come up and look, it is pretty good so far. And if it's a bit windy and it's going to be a bit rainy, it's best to have the legs out as well, just for a bit of stiffness, and put your guide ropes out, which are orange, and they do provide those as well. So Danny's just hooking up the lights at the moment to have a bit of a skizzy, see how we go. Let's have it gets cracking on this. It's looking pretty sexy so far. Right, so now a bit closer up on the actual awning itself. We're going to show you just a quick demonstration as Danny had a quick play with these lights. So it does come with a cord for you to come plug into your camp setup. We currently don't have any power in the back of the ute yet, but we do have a 12-volt USB battery pack as one of our tools. So it has a free plug-in connection that will go on the lights here. They've got little dust covers that go on them, so you just quickly pop them off, slap these bad boys in, just nice and gently, nice and easily. Just like that. And it's going to wait for the window to stop. So now we've got our free plugs in. All these are, as we just discovered, they're not a button, they're actually just a swipe. So you can actually just put your thumb at the end of the light here, they've got like a little circle, and it turns the lights on. So these are free stages. So we've got, I think, like a yellow and orange, a white, and then like another small, more yellow orange again for the different stage modes. So we can turn these on individually as we go through, so we can have different lights if we want at our different camps. So we could technically, if we want, if you don't want too much light, have 1 or 2 on, or you could have all 3 on if you wanted to. I quite love it. It's actually a really cool idea. Nice and simple. As we go through later on our builds, we'll actually probably put some sort of power supply back here dedicated for camp lights, but for now we'll just use power packs like this. This is pretty sick, how it all goes. And as, like we said, with the legs, all they do just come up, and they've got a little Velcro attached up the top of here, and you just simply tie them up, and then happy days. So you can just leave it freestanding like I said, but that's how they look here. Nice design, built from OpenRoad. They've got their nice little logo caved in all the little arms there. So far I can see it is well put together. Nice canvas, nice joins, nice arms, very sturdy so far. And like I said, they also do supply with some guide ropes to slap down if it is a bit windy on one side, or if it might rain as well. It's good to slap these bad boys down. Other than that, I reckon it's looking pretty sexy. I quite like how they've done it. The way they've also sort of made the frame turn rain support it, it looks like it should help with the rain guiding it off the awning, and also you can always drop it down a little bit too when you put your guide rope. So the drainage on this thing should be pretty good. I like how they've done the seals along the edges, and obviously with these lights, this is just fantastic with the extra supports of the legs that are already built into it. This is, I believe, is a 2.1 meter long awning when it's in the bag, and then obviously the 270 wraparound when it comes out. So we'll be using this real soon on our camps we've got planned, and obviously when we go to Moreton Island. Now, with these guys, we do actually have a discount code. So if you do want to jump on their website on OpenRoad-Australia.com.au, the discount code for the channel, if you guys want to buy this stuff, we'll give you a 10% discount, is OGA23. So OAG, I think that's right, is it?
I know, we'll show it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, OGA 23. I'll put it above me, OGA 23. So that's our discount code for a 10% discount on any of their stuff on their website for ongoing adventures to OpenRoad Australia. So guys, that will be in the description. That will be above my head as well, so you guys can write it down if you want to check out some of their stuff. I think in the future we'll be using more of their stuff as we go through. And we'll try and some deck out Denny's car a bit more of the OpenRoad adventure stuff as we go through. But so far it's looking pretty sick. We just need to get back out there and camping and test you out in the bush properly with our camp setups. Thanks for watching. This is Todd from Ongoing Adventures. We'll do a quick spin around of the awning.